We believe in putting young people at the center in everything that we do. So when the president of Kenya and they do a biannual ag summit where they bring together government, private sector, and the farmers in the country, and they talk about the ag space. And so they invited 4-H, because we are players in youth. They invited our CEO, who at the time was 63, 64, to come speak. And he stopped and he said, I will not give the keynote. I will have one of my young people from 4-H Kenya come and give the keynote. One, he's Kenyan. 2, he's also a young person, and 3, he's in the ag space. I mean, and it was amazing when you give young people the platform to actually express themselves, and they've been part of a life skill and leadership program, the things that they talk about and the challenges that they give, because there's not that fear of, I've been socialized to believe that I'm not supposed to say something. So he said everything that was on his mind, and he was from rural Kenya, about 4 or 5 hours outside of Nairobi. And so that is one area I'll say with 4-H, even our board, we always have young people on our board that sit on our board and have voting powers the same as CEOs and the same as VPs, and they sit there and they engage. So when I say, how do we, I guess it's also a rhetorical question, because we have to do it, right? We have to engage intentionally, not just to say, put them in a corner and someone go and let them be entertainment, but put them on your boards. Have your ministers of agriculture. Every minister of agriculture should have a young person sitting next to them as their advisor and helping them think through how to map out this sector and the strategy. And so I think the more we do that in partnership, and I've always had great mentors, and they weren't just my mentors, but I was their mentor as well, right? So it worked both ways. And I think the more I always say, just ask them, ask young people. They know what they want and they know what they need. And I think we don't do enough of that. We try and solve for them as opposed to putting them at the table, the big table with us, not the kids' table. I don't think what's bad is moving to the city. It's moving to the city without a job or without something to do, right? So if you have been exposed to the ag sector and you know that there's a way that you can create a business or you can make money, and you're moving to the city with an idea to employ or to start a business, then that's different. So we have 4-H's that have come from the most rural places, right, that have said, there's an iHub in Nairobi, and I want to go and think about this platform in agriculture, but I need an iHub, and that's in Nairobi. You are going with a purpose to then develop a business like M-Farm, and that's a former 4-H'er, and she's now building an app which farmers use across Kenya to get pricing on seeds and create markets and sell it. So she's moved to the city, but she's not becoming a statistics. It's what she's learned in her 4-H experience that she's then applying, and has moved to the city because there's contacts, but that then feeds back to the rural areas, and it's going back to the farmers that she's working with.